What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Okay, we're coming back to Gacharic Spin. Yes, indeed. Gacharic Spin fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Home Gnome and SMB, and this is actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of June for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, SMB. I hope you enjoyed the show, man, and you as well, Home Gnome. They both want to see me react to this. It is Gacharic Spin with a tune called Dangan Beat. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, yeah, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Gacharic Fan. Okay. And the video has 1,500 views. It's not gonna get you there. Sorry. No, look, I'm sure the song is fine. I'm sure the video is fine. I'm sure everything's just fine. I'm just saying, 1,500 views, not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Gacharic Spin, Dangan Beat, no idea. God Challenge Final 2014. Oh, so we're going way back with this one. Okay, so this is probably before Angie came along. I bet you, I wonder if this is when they had the dancers, the 2 ladies that were just purely hype people. I wonder. I'm willing to bet it is. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Yep. There they are. let's pause here. Okay, listen. Am I enjoying this? Yes. Yes, I'm having a good time with this. Is it fun to watch? Absolutely. Yeah, no problem. I got no problem watching this. It's a lot of fun, a lot of great stage energy. You know, it's crowd interaction. It's checking off pretty much all the boxes. I got no problem watching it. Am I enjoying the song itself? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm not. Okay, and here's the thing. Am I blown away by it? No. No, I'm not. By Gacharic Spin's own standards, by their own expectation, this is midline at best when it comes to songwriting. It's not complex. It's not hard at all. It's very straight ahead. It's very simple. But that doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, I'm sure everybody, I paused there for a reason. I wanted to let that sink in with all the Gacharic fan spins and see how many of them are going to get outraged by what I just said. That doesn't mean it's bad, folks. That doesn't mean it's bad, okay? I don't think these ladies are ever going to be in any danger of getting down into the negative scores. I never, ever see that happening. Just from the live energy and the live show and the live stage presence and the live crowd interaction and the live showmanship, that alone is pretty much going to keep them out of the negatives. I guarantee you, okay? But if we're talking about songwriting, composition, arranging, is it impressive? No, it's not. As a matter of fact, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's a little cookie cutter, if you ask me. This sounds, from a song structure standpoint, from a direction standpoint. I'm not necessarily talking about chords and chordal progression and melodic lines, but I'm talking about purely from like a song structure standpoint. There are several other Gacharic Spin songs that I have heard on this channel that sound identical to this. So, cookie cutter, yes. Bad? No, it's not bad, okay? I don't want anybody freaking out going, oh, he hates it. No, I don't hate it. I never said I hate it. Oh, he's going to give it a bad score. No, I just said literally 2 minutes ago, I don't ever see them ever doing a song that's going to end up in the negatives. I just don't see that. But 9s? No. Not as it stands right now, no. You know, 8s? Doubtful. If I'm being honest, it's going to get harder and harder. The more I do these ladies on the channel, the harder it's going to be for them to get up into those higher scores because the bar just keeps getting set higher. And when something doesn't meet that expectation, then there's no way it's going to be able to get into the same range. There's just no way. So I'm just trying to pre-frame everybody for what might be coming up here in the next 5 minutes or so. All right. So I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. I don't want anybody to freak out. I don't want anybody to lose their minds. I'm just saying it's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. I'm not impressed by it. I'm not blown away by it. And I just don't see this being up in the 8s or 9s. So, but like I said, though, negative scores down in the 4s and 3s and 2s and 1s. No. That's I don't ever see that happening with these ladies. Anyway, let's keep going here. minute. Back a little more. It's always fun to see Oreo jump up on her keyboard. That's always fun. Not the first time I've seen her do that, though, so I can't honestly say I'm blown away by it. I backed up because I thought I was hearing something. And as it turns out, I did. Oh, God. I'm drawing a blank. Koga, on her bass playing. She's been doing the popping and slapping pretty regularly throughout the entire song, pretty much. She's been alternating. There's been times where she does fingering, but most of the time, I would say a good 65 to 75% of the time, she's been popping and slapping. She did change things up a little bit. Instead of just going, pop, slap, pop, slap, pop, slap, pop, slap, just bump, date, and bat, and bat, and bat, and bat, and bat, and bat. She did add a rhythmic pattern. So she's double popping with a palm mute in between. That's cool. It's cool. I'll say this. It's more impressive than pop slap, 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 pop slap. It's a lot more impressive than that. So I will absolutely give credit where credit's due. That was nice. The guitar solo was good. I liked it. It sounded really nice. Fit the context of the song. Started doing a little tapping at the beginning. That was cool. Other than that, it's honestly solid across the board. It is. I got no issue with anything I'm hearing or seeing. I believe they've checked off all 5 boxes that I look for in a live performance. It's across the board. It's solid. I got no issue with it. I got no problem with it. How much time's left? A minute and a half. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Guessing last song of the set? Okay, so last song of the set, I'm assuming. Well, okay, it could be one of two things. That was the end of the show. Like, that was the absolute end. Or that was the end of the show, and then, you know, they go off stage and crowd makes a bunch of noise. 30 seconds later, they come back out and they do a few encores. That's a possibility too. This is going to be a pretty cut and dry review. There's really not a lot to talk about. There really isn't. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Gacharic Spin with Dangan Beat. This was a request from Home Gnome and SMB, and this was actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of June for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, SMB. I hope you enjoyed the show, man, and you as well, Home Gnome. Okay, look. Before I give the score, I know there's a very good possibility that Gacharic Spin fans are going to probably want to come down on me. There's even the possibility that they might just absolutely lose their minds and decide to jump on me, just flat out. To those people, I'm just going to say this. 2 things. Number 1, hear me out. Before you go off half-cocked, before you go off and make a mistake, hear me out. Listen to everything I have to say. After that's done, if you still want to jump on me, you still want to attack me, by all means, go ahead. Number 2, keep in mind also that everything I pretty much say on this channel, unless I specifically say it's fact, pretty much everything I say on this channel is just my opinion, okay? It's my opinion, which, you know, we're all entitled to. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, certainly, absolutely. And I'm not trying to discredit anybody else's opinions. I mean, if everybody else has an opinion that's different than mine, hey, no problem. That's what makes this world wonderful. Is, you know, we all have differences of opinion. We all think differently about different things. We all see and interpret things differently. Nothing wrong with that, okay? All I'm going to say is if you get triggered and you get upset and you get, you know, absolutely just, you know, enraged by my opinion, you might, this is just my own, you know, personal advice here, take it for what it's worth, you might want to seek help. Seriously, okay? It's just my opinion, unless I specifically say it's fact. It's just my opinions, and let's leave it at that, all right? Okay. Now, about that score. Let's get to it, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.5. Yep, 7.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first. 7.5, what does that mean? Well, a 7.5 would translate to a really good skill rating, so I think it's a really good song and live performance. It would translate to 4 to 5 stars, and it would translate to a B+ letter grade. So there you go. 7.5, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with this score? So glad you asked. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and blow things out of proportion, okay? I am going to call a spade a spade. And when I see and hear a song that I think is really good, I'm going to give it a really good score. I know I have not given Gacharic, I don't think I've given Gacharic Spin, oh wait, no, there's been 1 or 2 sevens I've given them. But like most of the scores I've given Gacharic Spin have been 8s and 9s, right? 2 things. 1, I'm getting tougher, okay? I had to. When we reworked the scoring system, I warned everybody that if we go back to the old scoring system, I have to get tougher because I don't want, you know, 80% of the scores that I give to be in a 12 number range. So, because that's going to start making every band sound equally good and every song sounding equally good. So I got to get tougher. That's number 1. Number 2, when you have a band like Gacharic Spin who have set a very high bar for themselves, in order to get up into those upper scores, they have got to not just meet, but exceed that expectation. Getting a 9 for them now is going to be, I hate to say it, it's going to be next to impossible. I mean, and now look, anything can happen, okay? They are fully capable of achieving that score, absolutely, but they got to blow the doors off of whatever they did prior. So when I did give them those 9s, go back and watch those performances and ask yourself, did those performances that I gave them 9s for meet up expectation-wise, talent-wise, execution-wise, energy-wise, technique-wise, showmanship-wise? Did that performance that we just saw meet or exceed, more importantly, exceed the expectation that was set by those other previous videos? The answer in this case is a no. It didn't. It didn't even meet the expectation. It didn't even get up there. Not even close. But having said that, did what we see and what we hear, was it bad? No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Like I said, I don't ever see these ladies getting a negative score. I just don't see that happening. It could. I could very well be wrong about that, but I just don't see it happening. I think these ladies will always be in the positive scores. Now, keep in mind, anything above a 5.0, well, including a 5.0, a 5.0 or higher is considered a positive score. So if they get a 6, it's not bad. If they get a 5, it's not bad. All right? Hopefully this kind of puts everybody's minds at ease and, you know, hopefully diffuses some of those attacks that I have a feeling are going to come my way. So let's talk about this song. Let's talk about this performance. How do we get to that 7.5? Okay, if I'm being honest here, folks, and I'm just going to be straight with you right now, from a songwriting standpoint, purely songwriting standpoint, this would be down in the very low 7s, maybe even high 6s. I've heard other songs from Gacharic Spin that have been far more impressive from a songwriting standpoint. I've heard songs from them that have been far more intriguing from a songwriting standpoint. This sounded kind of cookie cutter, if I'm being honest. I mean, if you asked me, okay, you could take 4 or 5, let's take 5 Gacharic Spin songs, stick this one in there with it. I can guarantee you at least 3 of those 5 songs are gonna sound very similar, okay? Like this. Now, is that bad? No, it's not bad. They have found a formula that works for them. They have found a way of songwriting. They have found a theme of songwriting that fits in with their overall mission statement of their band. Is there anything wrong with that? No. Kiss made a career writing songs that fit along the same vein, okay? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And the funny thing is, when Kiss did try to stray and do other things, a lot of Kiss fans were very put off by what they did. So should Gacharic Spin ever venture out and do something a little different, they can. And as much as I'm not the biggest fan of cookie cutter sound, I don't think they should. They have found success following this formula, and I really think they should stick with it. If they ever do venture out, okay, fine, go ahead and venture out. If for some reason it doesn't work, come back. Come back quickly to what you know works before you lose too many fans. Don't try to take the Judas Priest approach where, you know, let's write Turbo and oh god. No. And we didn't learn our lesson from Turbo, so let's write Ram It Down. Oh.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
So as far as the song goes, like I said, it did sound a little quote-unquote generic by Gacharic Spin standards, okay? Like I said, though, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The chordal progression was nice. You had the drive, you had the energy, pushing through the main riff, modulating up to the major, so that you could get, you know, that major feel, which in the chorus, which they are known for doing. Again, formula. Nothing wrong with that. It worked, and the crowd responds, and everybody likes what they do. No problem there. As far as instrumentation goes, everything sounded really nice across the board. Drumming was good. keyboard playing was good, filled up the sound. Guitar playing was good. Vocals were good from everybody involved with the vocals. The dancers, I get it. I do get it. It goes, that ties in with the live show, but as far as from a musicality standpoint, do they contribute anything? Absolutely not. They don't even have microphones, so they don't contribute anything musically. The bass playing, if I'm being honest, probably the only thing that happened to the entire song that was, to me anyway, actually interesting. When she switched up her rhythmic pattern from just doing pop slap, pop slap, pop slap, pop slap to because she was going bet and 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 bet the whole time for a while. You know, I would say a good 65 to 75% of the song was that. And then she would go to fingering, and then she would go back to popping and slapping the pop slap, pop slap, pop slap, pop slap again. Now, there were a couple of points where she switched up her rhythmic pattern and she did a double pop with a palm mute in between. That was nice. That was smooth, and it was clean. It was very clean. And when she would transition into it and out of it, it was seamless. So, was that impressive? Kind of. I've heard other bass players do it. I've heard, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've heard her do it before too. So I'm not going to sit here and say that my mind was blown because I've never heard that before. No, but I will say I think she did a great job with that. So there's your great right there. Okay. Everything else across the board, honestly, was really good. All right, and I got no issue with it. And like I said, the song itself, I'd put down 6.8, 6.9, 7.0, somewhere in there. So how did we come up to the 7.5? I have said this time and time again on the channel, and these ladies are a great example of what I'm talking about. A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. In this case, it helped. Okay, it definitely helped. Bring it up from those high 6s, low 7s up to 7.5. They checked off every single box that I looked for, and let's go down and make sure. Stage presence, check. Stage energy, check. Yeah, definitely. Stage interaction, I did see some. They were subtle about it. They were very subtle about it. And the camera, I'm sure, missed some that we didn't see. But I did see a couple of times, especially, come on. Guitar player. Tomo. Tomozo. I saw her interact with the dancers a few times. So that is stage interaction, so I'll take it. Crowd interaction. Oh God, that was a ton. Please, we don't have to search hard for that one. Showmanship, check. Big time check. Easy check. That's an easy one. The only thing that was missing was production, but like I've always said, that when it comes to production, production's bonus points. You don't need it. If you're gonna bring the energy and bring the live show yourself, bring all the visuals with yourself, you don't need cryo and pyro. It's nice to have, sure, but it's bonus points. Unless you're a production-based band that just stands there and lets all of their production take care of their stage show. They rely on effects and stuff like that. Well, then, you know, they better be on point. But that's never been these ladies. These ladies have always provided the energy and the live production themselves. Always good to see Oreo getting up on top of the keyboard. I've seen her do that a couple of times now, and it's fun. It's absolutely fun. Just going to further prove my point that keyboard players, and if there are keyboard players watching this video, there's a great example of what I'm talking about when I say don't be a statue. There's no reason for keyboard players to be a statue. You are fully capable of putting on a show. Look at how much she did on her own, okay? It requires a little planning. It requires maybe you may have to build a couple of things. You might have to build some supports to hold your weight so that you don't try to stand up on a keyboard stand, because that will not end well. But, you know, you could build an ego box or an ego block that could, you know, or a shelf, a reinforced shelf type of a construct that you could jump up on. You know, sure, why not? You don't even have to do that. You just move around. You know, it's not difficult unless you're sitting there literally with your fingers on the keyboards the entire time because you're playing the entire time. It's gonna make it a little trickier, but there's still things you can do. So she is a great example of what I'm talking about when I say keyboard players can be showmen. Keyboard players can contribute to the live visuals. You just gotta be able to be creative, and you gotta be able to be willing to put in the work. So anyway, overall, like I said, 7.5. I feel good with that score. And like I said in closing, it's gonna be harder and harder for these ladies to get up into those higher scores. Is it impossible? It's not impossible. They could earn a 9. They can. It's just in order to get those 9s though, they gotta be able to exceed and surpass the 9s that they've gotten in the past. And so far, haven't seen it. So, but it can be done. Just don't expect every single score to be up in the 8s and 9s anymore, because they have set that bar very high for themselves. So let's keep that in mind, shall we? Anyway, let's all take a deep breath here and wrap everything up in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 7.5, which is a really good scale rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.